Attention gamers, the Omnistone rune in League of Legends is the perfect rune for fickle players. Fickle is a word that is used to describe someone who frequently changes his or her interests. Let's use this word in a sentence. Rav is a fickle person because he is always changing his mind about the best runes for this twinkle shit Ezreal, which has resulted in some viewers being confused, and others just shitting on him in the comments because their mommies took them off the tit milk too early in life and now they are just eternally angry people that feel the need to flame others just to feel better about themselves. And so I present to you, the one rune to rule them all. And while many people have recommended I make a video using it, why add more RNG to a game where you already have a chance of getting that butthurt autofilled support that would rather be a feeding Felicia and tank her own rank just to piss off 4 people that she has never met and will never see again. But today was different. Today my banging internet GF wanted to hang out in the bot lane, so this was my chance to show her how spontaneous I could be by running the fickle rune that's always keeping it fresh, and because RNG isn't always a bad thing, sometimes the useless M7 spamming Yasuo gets put on the other team. And so I took a page out of the League of Legends YouTuber handbook by getting so ahead in some games that it honestly didn't matter what rune I was running, just so I could pop some big text in a thumbnail that states that I have discovered something so hidden OP that even your fat blind hamster could hit diamond with it. So in this video you will see 2 games that both resulted in my team unanimously voting me class president due to a large number of successful homicides, and both games containing some clutch binds from my banging internet GF that will surely lead to people flaming me in the comments for getting carried by my support. Now if you are excited to see me pretend that Omnistone is the best rune ever created on this twinkle shit, please kindly flash and ignite onto that upward thumb button and subscribe to my channel for more. Okay, let's go through the runes. We already talked about how Omnistone makes your girl think you are a spontaneous stud that thrives in random situations. Then I took the free Nikes because Foot Locker has been closed for weeks and biscuit delivery, so I can hit some early game snack times without having to run to the store. Then Cosmic Insight because honestly the other 2 options are just dog shit. Finally Presence of Mind because we spam tears on this twinkle shit, and coup de grace for those little games of surprise this finger up your butt feels a little thicker when your health is low. The game starts off with me trying out this romantic date idea that I found on Pinterest where you get a creepy walking doll and take turns beating the shit out of it with your significant other, so Lux goes first by putting it in a crystal cage and then I follow up with a bursty boy and another jab forcing its flash. Then the dumbass thinks that she will blend in with a group of 2-inch tall hooded midgets, so I flash and fizzle her to nab first blood. A minute later and my banging GF puts Polly Pocket in a prismatic phone booth again to call for an Uber to take her back to base as Lux gets stapled to the wall. Then with the reflexes of a cobra I cast a heal on her already dead ass before recovering by whiffing a swirly shitter and then autoing Gosu goggles for the kill. 3 dead and the only tears being shed is the one this twinkle shit is about to cop from the shop. Then I head over to step on this suspiciously glowing tunnel tube as Lux risks her body to crystal cuck tumble tits, which allows me to ring pop and fizzle tickle the dart farter before shifting my attention to the metal gothic doll that is trying to harass my lady. I yell for Babe to put her in timeout as Omnistone delivers me a Dark Harvest proc just in time to pop on the pussy doll. Our blind monk thinks he found a rock bender and is chasing her down hoping to get lessons, but she is clearly not in the mood, so I run up to show her what all my spell animations look like when they don't hit a target before executing perfect aim with an auto attack for the kill. My banging internet GF is now looking like a flaming hot Cheeto as she asks if I want to play with the doll again, so I follow before having to shift shitter just in time to avoid the toy's titty twister. Okay, here is some much needed context for this clip. Bobby the burrowing beetle here has been wiping that scarab scrotum over my coworkers all game, which is why my team is also calling for a quitter's quorum, but your boy isn't afraid of bugs as the mutant mole emerges and the tower clutches a fat laser for the boys. Then a bit of a ram breaks out mid and I snap an embarrassing pic of Miss Boulder Buns in front of a scenic flaming wind backdrop before I sidestep the curtain of carbon and burst down the rock bender. This leaves Tommy Tornado and his M7 spamming wind shitting ass all alone to get shurikened as Bobby the Beetle comes burrowing in to get an X tattoo before murdering the artist, so I call in the exterminator to gas out the bug as Vayne shows up just in time to be useless and my drunk ass whiffs skill shots in all 360 degrees of bad before nabbing one more stack of 300 for the road. Back to the shitfest, and Ponytail Boy starts messing with the kickboxer's chickens, which results in the dashing dick getting drop kicked into a pine tree as I put a ring on him and have scored an auto over the wall for the kill. Then I see the rock bender mid, so I dash in to ask her to show me her best trick, but my dumbass mid busts a nut at the opportunity to steal a kill before she can show me anything special. I see their mid laner stone surfing over to give our Sonic shitter the shaft, so I try to salvage the sitch with a bursty boy combo before a slick flash from the titty twisting ball lines me up for a dank banana bomb on the ladies. At this point I am just a bard's fart away from death, so I run over to slap this red tree gorilla to heal up a bit before none other than the useless wind shitter comes in to try and tickle my vulnerable balls. I actually remember to use Bork as the carbon curtain blocks a bursty boy, and I go bush hopping to pull off a killer kite. I see Tumble Tits alone mid, so I run up to ask her opinion about the current state of ADCs, but she would rather play peekaboo and spaz the hell out, so I just murder her instead. Then the bronze ballerina appears, so I head back into battle as she fails her third attempt at twisting these titties before I combo her down for the kill. I lay off 3 hooded midget employees for poor performance, and then I start heading back to base before Bobby the Beetle comes chasing. But Omnistone gives me a Mario mushroom with Predator, so I trigger that shit and kite back before he ults, and I shove a fat sparkling banana up that burrower's beehole. Then I see the wind shitter and figure it's a good opportunity for me to show my banging GF why we will never let our kids main such a bullshit champion, as his kit allows him to dodge and block everything until I get fed up and just right click his ass. I see Tunnel Tits vandalizing a statue thinking he is going to get away with the crime, so I run up only to get tangled up in a mob of tiny soldiers trying to siege the base, so I do a quick shift shitter and launch a ring into nothing before being forced to flash back. Then I catch a hoodlum not minding his own business, so I murder him before taking down the sped scarab. Then we are all volunteering at the mid lane midget marathon when the gothic doll gives my banging GF a rough titty twister, which is not cool, so me and the boys make sure she knows that no one twists Rav's GF's tits but Rav. At this point I have traded my shoes in for these winds of immortality orbiting around me, so I use this power to take a risk and play a quick game of surprise you a dead bitch go back to the doll factory before flashing from the soil slut's attempt at rock sliding me. Then I hear the minions chanting from lane that they want an encore performance of surprise you a dead bitch, so I give the hooded Henrys what they want and politely show the burrowing butt nugget why building straight damage was a mistake. The game ends with Tumble Tits getting flung into fart smoke and cucked, then the dumb doll getting shit on one last time, and then 2 more classic cases of Rab missing his most important ability before resorting to just right clicking because not even he can't mess that shit up, as we take home a thick W with 32 successful slaughters and a long pencil dick on the damage meters. So to appease the haters that will say I only did well because that Orianna was a beginner bot, I queued up for a second game against a non-brain dead support. Psych, this bitch was dumber than the last, so the theme of our second date was harass the harping hoe. And I have to say my girl was really into it, so I wasn't just going to let it stop 2 minutes later when she wanted to Ray beam the bitch, so I followed through to oversee that the blonde beauty was satisfied. Then I told her to get that bodacious booty in the bushes to bait in the pervert of Piltover, and my plan worked perfectly as I deliver a heavy serving of potassium before Luna Lisa Crescent cucks my babe and I am forced to flee with a flash to safety. A few minutes later and I know there's an all-hands meeting scheduled to take place bot lane, so I actually achieve a fully charged Predator, this time to appease the 12 people that have been having frantic uncoordinated sex with their keyboard typing out a hate comment ever since I interrupted my Predator cast earlier in the video. Then I use the buffed auto to pop a ring on the mute before showing her the biggest banana she has ever seen. The gang sees Curious George coming down river, so we take a coordinated group poop on the gorilla. Then Mommy Longlegs does a hip hump to thrust herself over the wall to eagerly eat a turret shot before backing off. Then the top-hatted hottie thinks she's safe, but I put a ring on her and crush a bursty boy combo for the kill. LeBlanc is fed and trying to port that magical muff onto my entire team, but overextends, forcing her to clone herself and teleport 16 times before I can catch up and give her mage eyes a haircut. I am just tickling a few lane toddlers when I see my GF all hot and bothered at something, so I show that I care about her feelings by eliminating the problem as I let these ladies take turns getting shit on before cock blocking the dashing dum-dum. We are setting the stage to jerk off the toothy worm in river when we reveal Lunar Lisa touching herself in the bushes, so Tiny Dumbledore puts her in the circle of shame and we all point and laugh until she dies of humiliation. The Pooge Fest ends with one more game of Molest the Paper Mache Musician, which makes quitters out of the rest of them, and we take home another victory, solely and for no other reason whatsoever because of me running Omnistone as my rune. Quick shout out to the dopest community on the platform. Here are some comments that made me warm in the pants, and here are the people throwing dollar bills at Rav like he's a shameless stripper. Also, your boy Rav has big plans coming up, so follow me on Twitter and Insta for plans on merch launches, collabs with other YouTubers like this one with Bunny Fufu.
Alright, here's the plan, Ravy Rav. Stealing boogers is cute and all, but we gotta hit level 6 and send them to Flavor Town. Got that?
Copy that, Bunny Nuts. Dub dick on its way.
That doesn't do damage, my friend.
Legolas is tiptoeing again. Don't be a donkey and get hit by this.
Copy that. Oh my god, I thought he was hitting you. Yo, maybe we can kill him now. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know. Are you thinking about your mom's ass? And other fun stuff like me accepting submissions of clips on Instagram and commentating over one every week. Pet your dog, wash your hands, jerk your ween, watch my content like this video, and brush your teeth tonight. Rav out.